Hey everybody, and thanks for watching Woodcrest Bonsai. In many of my videos I talk about spring being the 15th of February, which is today. And I say that because I'm in Zone 10 in the US, very, very mild climate. Zone 10, the average minimum temperature is 30 degrees, so the odds of getting a freeze are there, but they're low. And in the past few years, we haven't really had any freezing. But the reason I call the 15th of February the beginning of spring is because the trees that I have begin to respond with new growth right about this time. And this is my Brazilian rain tree bonsai, and it has done just that. Just the other day I noticed that the buds are beginning to swell, and Brazilian rain tree grows very quickly with very, very long, thin growth. And so now in only a couple of days we see that the growth is 4 or 5 inches long everywhere. There's all of this brand new growth that is all elongated within the past couple of days, and I apologize for the wind, but I really need to get on this thing. Brazilian rain trees are cool trees. It's got a very cool trunk, and they make these strange muscled kind of contortions in their trunk. This tree needs some work. I want to repot it. This was an air layer, and so you see there's some roots right here that are coming from the trunk, and they should be coming out more like this here. But that's for another day. I just need to get on this thing to keep it trimmed. And it's way windier than I thought, so I apologize for that. And one day I'll get a backdrop that encompasses the whole tree. But so I'm just going to basically give this guy a haircut. It's got a couple of other things that I really want to work on this season. One of those is the weakness in here. You know, it's very full, very full, very full, and then there's this space here where there isn't much of anything. So I want to promote this little guy, and maybe even this little guy, to fill in that space. But Brazilian rain trees, to keep them in bounds, they really need this new growth to be removed very regularly through the growing season. So that's the next step. And a lot of times you can just take it and just snap it. Just snap it off. And at this point I'm really not looking at any kind of directional anything. Just get it off of there. Even if it means taking the whole entire thing off, because believe me, it will resprout from other places. I have some in the ground that have grown up into an oak tree, and they've competed with the oak tree, so now they're all twisted, and I don't want to say mangled, but they're kind of like playing chicken with the oak tree. The oak tree says, well, I'm going to grow a limb here, and so then the Brazilian rain tree says, well, I'm going to try to grow over here then. So it's kind of all twisted. And I've also found that this brand new growth that I'm now doing with just my fingers is very difficult to cut with scissors. I don't know, it just is so green and so supple that it's much, much easier to just snap it off the way I'm doing. And I'm obviously not getting everything. I need to change so I can get to the back. But that's pretty much the kind of maintenance this tree needs. Now through the rest of the growing season for 6 months. It's a constant and continuous removal of that growth. And as you do that, the tree is just going to get fuller and thicker and more defined and be a nicer tree. Then I am going to do some refinement when I repot it, which will be later in the year because I want it to be a little bit warmer. I will attempt to manipulate these roots so they're out this way. I also think I want to change the front just a little tiny bit to about like that. And, I like the canopy. I've allowed just 3, 4, 5, 6 branches just to form the canopy. This main branch here is a little bit confusing. Like, what do I do with that? And like I said, really want to get some more fullness in here. So that's about it for today. I'm going to spin it around and work on the back. But it's the same process that I just showed you. Just pinch it, 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 pinch it. And then after you're done, pinch it some more. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. And you can see this guy continue to develop. It also has some other interesting aspects that we'll talk about more in depth when I do the repotting. If you cut back large branches, you need to leave a stub because it's going to die back. See, this one has died back here, this one has died back here. So like if I cut this right to the trunk, it could very easily die back all the way to the ground. And I do not want that. So this tree actually has 1, 2, and 1 in the back here, 3 very large stubs that I've just left for now. It's not important that it be perfect, but it really is coming along nicely. So thanks for watching. I'm going to spin it around and do the back, and then I will see you in the next video.